Hello, my creative peeps. It is creative week time again, or this week it should be lack thereof creative week. I had a crazy week again, and this whole video is about only 2 hours of actual sitting down and doing things. Because I was so busy, all of this got done super late at night, and I was really tired, so most of this is just bits and pieces getting stuck in, but I had to do some kind of something. So, I got some happy mail this week. I got some happy mail from Bree over a documented journey, and I got some happy mail from Beck. So there's a lot of that in here. That envelope that you saw me kind of moving around was from Bree. I loved what she decorated it with on the back, and I wanted to include it in my journal, so I tucked that in the back. This girl you see in front of you right here is also a portrait done using Bree's portrait tutorial that she put up on doing sad faces, so I'll try to leave that linked below for you if you'd like to check that out. She does awesome portrait tutorials. They're really helpful, so go check that out. This is just a junk envelope because I felt like including it, and then this envelope contained Beck's letter, and I loved what she did to the front of it with some Sassy Club stamps, so I had to include that. And I'm just taking bits and pieces from her happy mail and gluing them in. She sent me this cutout of succulents, and I love it, so I put it there, and I'll color that in a different day. I love these long, I don't know what they are, dogs maybe? They're just little creatures, and they look like hot dogs, and they're so funny. I love them, so I included that. Oh, I ran out of tape runner refills, and I was like heartbroken, but it was all good because I had a backup, thank God. So it was all fixed, but that was a little freak out moment there. Hence the hand gestures. So, yep. Going through my project life cards to try and find something to put on the envelope there, and I do end up going with the hold on tight to your dreams card. That is from a Tim Holtz project life card pack. Of course, he doesn't call them project life cards, but you get the idea. And then in Beck's Happy Mail, she sent me these doilies, and I have never really had doilies before, so I decided to go all crazy with my mermaid markers on them and color some of them to use in my journal. That one actually has one stuck behind it, which I didn't realize, but I'll figure it out later. So yeah, I just took some mermaid markers, put it on my craft sheet, and went to town, basically. Wasn't too complicated, but it was colorful enough that it got my brain going. There you go, I pulled it apart. I kind of like how it left that second layer watercolor effect. It's kind of cool. And then I pulled out my sprays. This is a Heidi Shine spray, or Heidi Swap Color Shine spray. I used the turquoise and the gold. And then I also pulled out the black, but I kind of regret putting that on there. And then I pull out my antique bronze and saturate the hell out of that one because I haven't used antique bronze on anything in a while and I needed my fix. So that was just a little heart because I just wanted to thank Beck so much for sending this to me. I could definitely tell that you watch my videos because you nailed my style completely. Like, your Happy Mail package was really designed with me in mind, and I fully appreciate that. So I'm just using some more of that. Wrapped washi tape around this card, and I'm going to make a tuck spot with it. And then I was looking for something to put up in that corner up there. I thought I was going to use that butterfly, but I decided to go with this sticky compass instead. And she sent me some paper clips, so I just stuck one of those on there. And I used this little girl sticker. Some more washi tape she sent me. Another one of those really long animals. I love it. I didn't use that one though. Instead I put this creature with the sunglasses on there. And at this point, because I'm so close to being done this journal, I'm going back through and just adding pieces and trying to finish up pages that are unfinished. So here I'm just packing up what she sent me into this little basket. Oh, I realized that I didn't have a playing card in this journal, and she had sent me some playing cards, and you know how obsessed with playing cards I am, so I'm just trying to figure out where to put it, and I ended up just putting it in that pocket right there because why not? Sometimes things I put in my journal don't have a purpose, they're just there to be interactive, and I love it. So I had this scratch ticket. This is not a winner, but my dad had bought me some of them when he went to 7-Eleven the other day, so I thought that was really cool and I wanted to journal about that. So I set that aside and decided to use it in my other journal. This is some star washi that Beck included in the Happy Mail. This is my giant bin of overflowing scraps and bits and pieces to use that don't have a home other than that bin. So I just pulled out a bunch of them and tried to work with them. I wanted to use this guy that I got on some vintage paper. It's just a picture of a random guy. It says who he is, which is that little piece that I cut out, and I'm going to glue that by his picture just in case I'm curious. But I thought I needed a wise old man to go with my quote that I found up there on Instagram. It says, "Tell someone you love them today because life is short, but scream it at them in German because life is also scary and confusing." And it makes me laugh. So apparently that guy is the guy who said it. Not really, but in my journal he is. So continuing on with that, this is a leather tag that came on a pair of cowboy boots that I got years ago. So I just glued that on there, and I've been really into like baker's twine and strings and hanging them off my things, so that went on there. And then I thought I was going to be all cool and attach a piece of like wood veneer to the string hanging off there, but I decided against it. What else am I doing? Just flipping through, trying to figure out what to do next. Oh, I had a scrap of Tomoe River paper that I had put some color on or whatever, and I decided that I was going to use that for journaling, so I put it in that tuck spot and I'll journal on that later. I found this "You've Got Happy Mail" card in my scrap bin, so I was like, yep, that should go there. So I tiny attach that. This is a magazine record cutout that I wanted to use, but it's just so giant I'll have to figure something else out for it. There's that scratch ticket. And I'm just going to look through my drawer of tags and find one to put with it so I can journal on the tag, and then I just paper clip it inside the envelope there so you can see it through the window. This is the second day. I decided that I would just put my tripod on my giant mess of a desk and clean up a little bit. Try to get my brain going. This is me sorting out my giant scrap bin. So I like to sort my scrap bin in 3 different ways. I have the magazine cutouts in one bin, the bigger pieces, found ephemera, things I want to use in the middle bin, and then the tiny bin is for actual, like, little pieces of paper scraps. So I just sorted that out because I had a bunch of that stuff floating around on my desk. Yep, just still cleaning. I just put this in here because, like, I wanted to show you I'm not perfect. Sometimes a journal session has to start with a good desk clean. Not sometimes, but pretty much every time. Yeah, but I'm just continuing to do that. While I do that, I'm gathering things on my desk that I want to use while I journal. Alright, so now that I've got my desk mostly clean, this is a piece of that Happy Mail, another Happy Mail envelope. And here I am tipping it in. Some of that Jane Davenport swatch washi, which I really do like. And then I felt kind of stuck. I didn't know what to do, so I pulled out one of my High Fructose magazines and I just flipped through it and tried to find a piece that I wanted to work with. I grabbed out a couple of them. I really like this photograph of this guy and a girl sitting in a lake with that tin can string. So I just put it on the page here. I really like that ripped look effect. That's kind of one of my things right now. So I just ripped it. I liked this piece, but I didn't know what to do with it, so I'm just going to stick it in that paper clip there and figure out later. And then I ripped out that Between the Realms and decided to put it here on the side of the photo. And I totally didn't mean for it to stick out there, but I love how it looked. Kind of like a tab, which you know I'm obsessed with anyway. Just ripping up more magazine ephemera, putting it here and there. Yeah, that's because I realized I did that with the tab, and I was like, hell yeah! So that's pretty sweet. Then I'm just taking some of this decoupage paper and ripping it into little, like, faux swatches, I guess you could say, and collaging it on this page. I have no idea where this page is going. I just keep adding random stuff to it. And that's kind of how I work now. It's just what works for me. And then I'm just going to color this in, guys. That was really all I did this week, unfortunately. Like I said, I wish I could have gotten more done, but I was just so busy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's creative week and that you found something inspiring even though it was so short. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I will catch you guys on my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.